Small spaces don't mean you have to give up on having stunning trees in your garden. In fact, some of the most gorgeous ornamental trees are designed to thrive in compact areas, bringing all the beauty and charm without taking over your entire yard. Hi everyone, I'm Sam, and welcome back to Seniors Gardening Advice. Whether you're dealing with a small backyard, a front yard with limited space, or even a patio area, the right tree can transform your outdoor space into something truly special. Each tree I'm sharing with you brings something unique to the table, whether it's gorgeous flowers, amazing fall colors, or year-round interest. Now, before we jump in, I want you to know that this video is packed with practical advice that you can use right away. If you find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other gardeners find this content. And don't forget to subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice and hit that notification bell so you never miss our weekly gardening tips. We're building a wonderful community of gardeners here, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Let me ask you something. Have you been told that trees are only for big properties? Well, I'm here to prove that wrong with these 10 incredible trees that will make your small space look absolutely amazing.
Number 1. Weeping Cherry Tree. Let's start with something that will make your neighbors stop and stare, the weeping cherry tree. These are some of the first trees to bloom when temperatures start to warm, making them an iconic, easy-growing, and elegant staple. When early spring arrives, this tree becomes a living waterfall of pink or white blossoms. The branches cascade downward like a beautiful fountain, covered in delicate flowers that create the most romantic scene you can imagine. The dwarf weeping cherry tree has a maximum height of 6 feet tall and wide, which makes it perfect for small spaces. What makes this tree so special for small yards is its compact size. While regular weeping cherries can get quite large, the dwarf varieties stay manageable while still giving you that dramatic weeping effect. The flowers appear before the leaves, so you get this incredible burst of color when everything else is still waking up from winter. These trees love full sun and well-drained soil. Once established, they're quite easy to care for. Just give them a good watering during dry spells, and they'll reward you with that spectacular spring display year after year. If you're looking for a tree that creates a focal point and gets people talking, the reaping cherry is your answer. Plant it where you can see it from your kitchen window, and you'll smile every morning during bloom time.
Number 2. Dogwood. The dogwood is like having 4 different trees in one. In spring, it explodes with flowers, soft whites, gentle pinks, and sometimes deep reds that cover the branches like clouds of petals. It's the kind of sight that makes you pause whatever you're doing and just appreciate nature's beauty. But the magic doesn't stop there. During summer, dogwoods provide just the right amount of dappled shade, enough to cool down a seating area without making your yard feel dark or closed in. Then autumn arrives, and those green leaves transform into rich shades of scarlet and purple that rival any maple. Even in winter, the dogwood keeps giving, with bright red berries that attract birds and add color to the bare landscape. Most dogwoods grow to about 15 to 25 feet tall, tall enough to make a statement but compact enough to fit comfortably in smaller spaces. Their branches spread gracefully, creating that distinctive layered look that's like nature's own tiered umbrella. Caring for dogwoods requires a little attention to detail. They thrive in partial shade. A spot with morning sun and afternoon shade works perfectly. They prefer well-drained, slightly acidic soil, and while they can handle some drought once established, they look their absolute best with regular watering during hot weather. A good layer of mulch around their base helps protect their shallow roots. Please share this video with fellow gardeners who might be struggling with small spaces. They'll thank you for it.
Number 3. Japanese Maple. Few trees can match the elegance and artistic beauty of a Japanese maple. These trees are like living sculptures with delicate, hand-shaped leaves that seem to dance with every breeze. In spring and summer, those leaves glow in shades of fresh green or rich burgundy, depending on which variety you choose. But it's in autumn that they truly steal the show, transforming into fiery reds, oranges, and golds that turn even the smallest corner of your yard into a masterpiece. What makes Japanese maples perfect for small yards is their slow, controlled growth. Most varieties mature at just 10 to 15 feet tall, with a gentle spread that won't overwhelm your space. You get all the beauty and elegance of a mature tree without worrying about roots damaging your foundation or branches blocking out all your light. The sculptural quality of Japanese maples sets them apart from other trees. Their branches twist and flow in patterns that look intentional and artistic. This means they create visual interest and elegance in every season, even in winter when the leaves have fallen and you can appreciate the beautiful branching structure. Caring for Japanese maples is easier than many people think. They love dappled sunlight. If you have a spot with morning sun and afternoon shade, that's ideal. They prefer well-drained soil, and once established, they don't need excessive watering. A layer of mulch at the base keeps the roots cool and moist, and pruning is minimal, just a gentle trim here and there to maintain the natural shape. Here's a bonus tip. Japanese maples are incredible in large containers. If you're working with a patio, balcony, or yard with very limited ground space, planting one in a decorative pot lets you move it around as needed and showcase it as a living focal point.
Number 4. Serviceberry. The Serviceberry is what I call a four-season wonder because it offers something beautiful every single season. In early spring, before many other plants wake up, the Serviceberry bursts with delicate white blossoms that look like a shower of snowflakes dancing across its branches. As those flowers fade, something wonderful happens. The tree produces small, sweet berries that ripen to a deep purplish blue in early summer. These berries aren't just ornamental, they're completely edible. You can snack on them fresh, bake them into pies, or make homemade jam. And if you don't harvest them, the birds will have a feast, turning your tree into a natural bird feeder. Come autumn, the Serviceberry transforms again, clothing itself in brilliant shades of orange, red, and gold. It's one of those trees that looks like it's glowing from within when the sunlight hits just right. Finally, in winter, when the leaves are gone, the smooth gray bark and graceful branching pattern add structure and interest to your winter garden. The Serviceberry grows modestly, reaching around 15 to 20 feet tall with a slender profile that won't dominate your space. You can even grow it as a multi-stem shrub if you prefer a bushier look. Care is refreshingly simple. It prefers full sun to partial shade and thrives in moist, well-drained soil. Once established, it's relatively low maintenance. Just provide some extra water during dry spells and enjoy the year-round show. If you're enjoying these tree ideas, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to Senior's Gardening Advice for more practical gardening tips. Number 5. Dwarf Magnolias. Magnolias are famous for their large, fragrant flowers, but most people think of those massive southern magnolias that tower over large gardens. That's where dwarf magnolias come to the rescue, bringing all the charm of those stunning blossoms in a compact, manageable size, perfect for smaller yards. The star magnolia puts on an absolutely breathtaking show in early spring with star-shaped white flowers that burst open before the leaves even appear. Each bloom looks like a work of art, and the fragrance is sweet and delicate, filling the air around the tree with perfume. The Little Gem variety offers classic creamy white magnolia blossoms on a smaller scale, and it has the added bonus of blooming not just in spring, but sporadically through the summer as well, giving you extended enjoyment. Dwarf magnolias stay neat and compact, usually growing only 10 to 15 feet tall, making them easy to fit in tight spaces while still delivering maximum impact. Their glossy green leaves provide beauty beyond the flowering season, and many varieties are evergreen, giving you year-round foliage. Care is straightforward. They love full sun, but will also tolerate partial shade. They thrive in rich, well-drained soil, and like most magnolias, they appreciate a good layer of mulch to protect their shallow roots. Pruning usually isn't necessary, just a little shaping if you want to maintain a particular look.
Number 6. Crepe myrtle. Dwarf varieties. If you want a tree that gives you months of spectacular color, look no further than the dwarf crepe myrtle. These trees are famous for their incredibly long-lasting flowers in shades of pink, purple, red, or white, that burst into bloom and keep going for weeks, sometimes months, when most other trees have already finished their show. What makes dwarf crepe myrtles perfect for small yards is their manageable size. While older varieties can grow quite tall, modern dwarf and semi-dwarf cultivars are designed specifically for smaller spaces, staying in the 10 to 15 feet range. But the beauty doesn't end with the flowers. As the tree matures, the bark peels away in smooth, patchy layers, revealing a mottled surface in shades of cinnamon, gray, and cream. This adds texture and visual interest to your garden year-round, even in the dead of winter when the flowers are long gone. Caring for crepe myrtles is fairly straightforward. They thrive in full sun. In fact, the more sunlight they get, the more profusely they'll bloom. They're also quite drought-tolerant once established, making them perfect for busy gardeners or regions with hot summers. Just ensure the soil drains well because they don't like sitting in waterlogged ground. One important care tip, avoid what's called crepe murder, severely cutting back the branches each winter. This actually damages their natural shape and reduces flowering. Instead, prune lightly to remove crossing branches and let the tree maintain its graceful form.
Number 7. Redbud. The redbud is nature's way of announcing that spring has truly arrived. In early spring, before most trees have even put out leaves, the redbud covers itself from branch to branch with tiny, vibrant pinkish-purple blossoms. What makes this display so magical is that the flowers grow directly on the branches and even along the trunk, giving the tree an almost fairy tale appearance. Redbuds are ideal for small yards because of their modest size. Most varieties grow only about 15 to 20 feet tall, with a gentle spread that makes them easy to fit into smaller spaces, whether as a focal point in the front yard or tucked into a corner of the backyard. After the spectacular spring bloom, the tree fills with distinctive heart-shaped leaves that give it a romantic, charming feel all summer long. In fall, those same leaves turn beautiful shades of golden yellow, providing yet another season of visual interest. Care is surprisingly easy. Redbuds thrive in full sun to partial shade and adapt well to various soil types. They don't need much pruning, just a little shaping when young, then you can let them grow naturally. Once established, they're quite hardy and resistant to most pests and diseases. Don't forget to share this video with other gardening enthusiasts. Spreading gardening knowledge helps everyone grow better gardens.
Number 8. Dwarf weeping willow. This type of willow actually is a shrub trained into tree form. Its elegant, arching branches sway in the wind, creating a graceful, flowing appearance that adds movement and softness to any garden. Unlike the massive weeping willows that need enormous spaces and create problems with their aggressive root systems, dwarf weeping willows stay compact while still giving you that beautiful weeping effect. They typically reach only 8 to 10 feet tall and wide, making them perfect for smaller yards. The long, narrow leaves create a soft textural contrast against other plants in your garden, and the gentle swaying motion adds a peaceful, almost meditative quality to your outdoor space. In spring, tiny catkins appear before the leaves, adding another layer of seasonal interest. These trees prefer full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. They're more tolerant to various soil conditions than their larger cousins and don't have the same aggressive root issues. Regular watering during dry periods keeps them looking their best. The dwarf weeping willow works beautifully near water features, in rain gardens, or anywhere you want to create a soft, flowing focal point without overwhelming the space.
Number 9. Flowering crabapple, dwarf varieties. Prairie fire flowering crabapple is suitable for USDA hardiness zones 3 through 8. Dwarf flowering crabapples pack an incredible amount of beauty into a small package. In spring, these trees absolutely explode with flowers, masses of pink, white, or red blossoms that create a cloud of color that's visible from blocks away. After the flowers fade, small, colorful fruits develop, ranging from bright red to golden yellow. These tiny apples aren't just ornamental, they're edible, though quite tart, and can be used for jellies and preserves. Birds love them too, making your tree a natural wildlife magnet. Many dwarf crabapples also offer beautiful fall color, with leaves turning shades of yellow, orange, and red. Some varieties even have interesting bark features or distinctive growth habits that provide winter interest. Dwarf varieties typically stay under 15 feet tall, making them perfect for small spaces. They're incredibly hardy and adaptable, tolerating a wide range of soil conditions and weather extremes. Care is minimal once established. They prefer full sun and well-drained soil, but are quite forgiving of less than perfect conditions. Some varieties are bred for disease resistance, making them even easier to grow.
Number 10. Japanese snowbell. My absolute favorite tree for small gardens is the Japanese snowbell. This tree embodies elegance and grace in every aspect. It grows with gently spreading branches that arch outward and downward, creating a naturally beautiful form that looks intentional and artistic without any special pruning. In late spring to early summer, something truly magical happens. From underneath the branches, hundreds of tiny bell-shaped white flowers dangle like delicate ornaments. They sway gently in the breeze, releasing a light, sweet fragrance that fills the air around the tree. Standing under a Japanese snowbell in full bloom feels like stepping into an enchanted garden. The Japanese snowbell is perfect for small yards because it stays modest in size, usually maturing at around 15 to 20 feet tall with a spreading canopy that creates soft, filtered shade without dominating the entire yard. Its naturally elegant shape makes it a showstopper without requiring heavy pruning or constant maintenance. The beauty extends beyond the flowering season. After the blossoms fade, the glossy green leaves keep the tree looking lush and attractive all summer. In fall, those leaves turn warm shades of yellow, adding seasonal color. Even in winter, the smooth gray bark and fine branching pattern give the tree a clean, sculptural appearance that adds elegance to the bare landscape. Care is relatively straightforward. Japanese snowbells thrive in partial shade to full sun and prefer well-drained, slightly acidic soil. They perform best with consistent moisture, but are fairly low maintenance once established. Pruning is rarely necessary, since the tree naturally holds a graceful layered form. The Japanese snowbell works beautifully near an entryway or patio, where you can walk beneath the branches and enjoy those fragrant, dangling flowers up close. When the tree is in full bloom, it truly feels like having a living chandelier suspended above your outdoor space. Before we wrap up, I'd love for you to subscribe to Senior's Gardening Advice if you haven't already. We share practical gardening tips every week that are perfect for gardeners of all experience levels. And please share this video with anyone who might be struggling with landscaping a small space.
Conclusion. There you have it. 10 absolutely gorgeous trees that prove you don't need a massive yard to enjoy the beauty, fragrance, and seasonal interest that trees provide. From the romantic cascade of the weeping cherry to the elegant bells of the Japanese snowbell, each of these trees brings its own special magic to small spaces. The key to success with any of these trees is choosing the right location, providing proper care during establishment, and then stepping back to let them work their magic. Remember, even in the smallest yard, the right tree can become the centerpiece that ties your entire landscape together. Which of these trees caught your eye? Are you dreaming of spring blossoms, fall colors, or maybe those sweet summer berries? Drop a comment below and let me know which tree you're most excited to try. I read every comment and love hearing about your gardening plans and successes. If this video helped you see new possibilities for your small space, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other gardeners who might be facing the same space challenges. Every share helps us reach more gardeners and build our community here at Seniors Gardening Advice. Thanks for watching, and remember, No space is too small for something beautiful. Happy gardening, everyone!